In this video, we'll take a closer look at Salesforce Chatter. Here we are at the home page of Salesforce. We've mentioned the chatter feed now in a few different videos. We talked about how it can be hidden or shown by clicking on this button. We discussed how the chatter feed acts like an internal social media tool, giving you access to the entire organization. And we even mentioned how you can click here and ask a question to our support team by mentioning Salesforce support. So let's click on this Chatter tab and walk through some other key features. This left panel will help you configure and navigate through Chatter. This feed section will determine the type of posts that display in your Chatter feed. You could choose to only display posts from what I follow, or to see posts from the whole company. If we move down and click on People, you can view hundreds of profiles for each member of the PrimePay family. Next to each name is a green follow button, and just like Twitter, if you follow someone, their posts will display in your feed. You can also use this box to search and follow different managers and thought leaders here at PrimePay. Now let's go back over to the left panel and click on Groups. Similar to following people in Chatter, you can also join different groups. We'll use this search box to identify the 3 main Chatter groups that every sales rep needs to join. The first group is called Pricing, Proposals, and Paperwork, and it contains our most current paperwork and enrollment tools. If you simply type in Pricing, this group will display, and you can click on the green Join button. That same search should actually display the second group for you to join, which is called National Accounts and Programs. Again, we encourage you to click Join to stay informed of any updates to our national partnerships. And lastly, you should do a quick search for the group called Training Channel. By joining this group, you'll have a front row seat to all of our future training recordings and other helpful material. Okay, so now that we know how to follow people and join groups, let's take a look at how to create a Chatter post. If we click on Post at the top of any page, we can start by typing our message. Then we can use the @ symbol to mention any people or groups by name. So if I type @Jim with no space, you'll see this drop down appear with suggestions of everyone who shares this name. Then simply click on their name and you'll lock in this @mention. These brackets mean that you've done it correctly. Let's also mention Sean Lowy on this post. So we will type @Sean and click on his name to lock it in. You can even use hashtags to mark your post with a topic. Now the last step before sharing your post is to select who will see it, and you do this in the lower left corner. Now by default, all posts are set to only be shared with your followers. But if you click on this drop down, you can change it to a group and then search for a specific group audience. If you were to search and select all PrimePay, you would share this post with every employee in the entire organization. Selecting the group All Sales would share it with all sales reps and managers. And in some cases, you'll want to share a post to the small private group that we created specifically for your training class. Okay, now that we've typed our post, mentioned a few users, added a hashtag, and selected a group, we can now click on the green Share button to send it out. Now that you know the foundation, you can use these same steps to not only create posts, but you can click here to ask questions to @Salesforce support, and you can even click File to create a post with a file attached. Now that you have a better understanding of how to use Chatter, you can easily communicate with your team and stay up to date with the latest files and information. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos for more great information.